Hello, Bo Knuth here with a little demonstration on a Sandbox, a little test application that I put together for a visual data management platform. That's visual DMP style of application. That's actually a platform that would include several applications for people involved in the marketing business. The tool that we're looking at right here is called Visual App Builder. And that is a tool that allows you to visually design applications. There's no lines of code or macros or scripts involved in getting an application done. So I've created two applications here in Visual App Builder. One is a ETL module and one is a visual mapping utility. And so we're going to take a quick look here at the visual mapping utility first. I'm going to click on the button here to go ahead and launch the application. This is all the design tool that we're looking at here. So this is where I've designed all of the stuff that we're going to see right now. So let's go ahead and launch that, and hopefully we can see that. And this is where our orphan PSCs are going to be displayed, and here's where our drop-down lists of all our attributes for normalization of those of the data coming in. I'm going to go ahead and run the ETL from here. This is normally not how you would normally do this. That would normally be run as a Windows service, but for purposes of our Sandbox demo here, this is very handy. So that went ahead and ran the ETL. We'll come back at the end here and give you a look at what that looks like. But here's the four orphan PSCs that were the result of importing that data. So I'm going to go ahead and select one and assign his attributes. And then when I click on the Apply button, it's going to go ahead and create a mapper record in our database, and you can see exactly what that looks like down here. And so we can change the designation for each one of these PSCs and go ahead and hit Apply, and it'll go ahead and create those records in the database. So the next time that data comes into our database with one of these PSCs, it will no longer be included in the orphan list, and it will be processed through the database as usual. So this is the Sandbox for doing the mapping application. I'm going to go ahead and close this down and give you a little preview of what it looks like here in the development tool. And we have a graphic design tool here. We'll move the Windows properties out of the way. And so this is what we were looking at on the screen. We have a visual designer that allows us to put all this stuff together. And then probably the most important part of all this is the ability to write functions, procedures that act upon this just like you would do in a regular computer program. But here everything is done visually. So we have a list of procedures that are run. Some of these are attached to buttons, and some of them are called multiple times from other procedures, just like in a regular programming language. But again, nothing is done with code here. Everything's done visually. So we've got a drop-down list of all of the database tables in our schema, and we can conduct all these different types of SQL. And we can even go in and create more sophisticated SQL commands. Not that you want to know what that does, but basically that allows us to do things the appropriate database way, and it gives us an unlimited capability of using SQL. And so Visual App Builder and Visual App Building in general is all about database-centric business applications, and so that's what all this technology is geared towards. If we go take a quick look at our ETL demo, you'll see that it doesn't have any window associated with it, because again, this is going to be generally running as a Windows service in the background. But here's how we build one of these guys. We convert our CSV file, which is a very simple little guy like this, and he gets converted to a fixed length file. We can use any kind of designator, any kind of line ending tool, and we select all of our files through a drop-down list. Here's where all the files that are defined in our application are stored. And once we convert that file to a standard fixed width text file, then we can use our lookup file reading type of process here. And we just designate what file it is that we want. We're going to get the first record out of it. We're going to copy all those values out of the text file that we just converted into a database schema. And so if we look at one of these, we can see this is into the YDemo database scheme and into a table called DData. And then once we get all of our fields copied over, then we just execute an SQL insert command on it, and then we go back and we get the next record until we're all out of records, and then we close this particular module. So that's how simple it is to get an ETL done. Obviously, most of them involve a whole heck of a lot more heavy-duty SQL than this one does, but the capability of handling an unlimited number of SQL statements, from the simple to the more complex, and they get a heck of a lot more complex than this. But this is what this tool does well. So you're able to create those database-centric business applications using this kind of technology. And to my knowledge, no one else has this specific type of technology. So this is definitely an advantage when trying to providing users with tools. Because to create a visual DMP, they could even do that in-house type of affair. Because with this kind of tool, you don't need to have a high-end software engineer. You don't even need to have a programmer. What you really need is a business analyst who knows enough SQL to get by and to design these applications. So there'll be as I flesh out this sandbox more, we'll be providing some updates. Thank you.